Hold on, shit, hold on. Like 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5. Let's try counting fucking English again. Hold on. It's not ready yet. It's nearly ready.
Make your mind up, mate.
Well, it's starting. Just fucking clearing the throat there, lad. There you go. It's now live. Obviously, we don't want to listen to ourselves. It's not.
No, it's not.
Well, hopefully this goes according to plan since I've been doing this for 3 days straight.
It's not live.
It is live. I'm looking at it live right now.
But I'm still getting the same screen.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, you will do, because don't forget to mute it, by the way.
I will do when it comes up.
It should be live now.
Not on my end, it's not.
Refresh it.
I am. I just closed my. I was running C cleaner to get rid of all the cookies.
Well, like I said, I'm live. It says I'm live right now. I'll even.
2 seconds.
Do I have to go to refresh it?
I am.
Do I have to go to my own YouTube page just to see if this is actually fucking live? Where's the link? Is it actually in Twitter? It isn't it?
Yep. You'll get a blank page with a circle and a. What are them? What do you call them?
Oh no, it's live, mate. Jackie, just look me up on YouTube, what you love. Where's the link? Is it actually in Twitter? It isn't it?
Yep. You'll get a blank page with a circle and a. What are them? What do you call them?
What, Jack? Oh no, it's live, mate. Jackie, just look me up on YouTube, what you love. Well, apparently Dean has left the call. This is a good start. I'm the only person in here. That makes sense. Brilliant. Okay. And it all went to pot as soon as we started. Well, that's interesting. Yes, I know I'm on a video call. Well done. Excellent. Oh, you're back?
Man. Yeah, oh no, when I ran C clean, it just fucking closed everything.
Well done. How about you don't run C Cleaner when you're in the middle of trying to do a podcast? Do you not realise that something like C Clean is just like an automatic kill switch for everything you do on your PC?
Yeah, I'm still getting that page, the blank page with the circle and the quotation mark.
I don't know why you are, because I'm looking at our podcast right now.
Can you get any? Do you want to send me a link again? Because it might have changed a bit when you go on live.
You may be using the link for the YouTube gaming, because that's the one it wanted to send, because it's, I don't know, it's just something wrong with it.
I'll just try the other link. See, because it's that's on your page.
There's a link anyway, dude. Give it a go from there. This is like being live with fucking Laurel and Hardy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still not live on my end.
1 minute. You just talk to yourself for a minute.
Oh my god, I do that every fucking day. Anything? What? Well, stop going live and
Let's
try and set up.
figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
That YouTube's brilliant, isn't it?
It's fucking amazing, mate.
This is why I said I'm using Twitch, because this thing's a pain in the ass.
Tell me about it.
See, according to this, we're live. Like, we've got 2 people watching. One is me, obviously, because I'm monitoring it.
The one's not me.
Well, it's live. This is what I mean. Right, I'll share the link again. There. I've sent a link out to Twitter.
I can't get on bloody Twitter. On my phone. Sorry, on my laptop. 2 seconds. Let's go.
How have you managed to lock yourself out of your own thing?
It says this video is unavailable.
Whoops.
What?
I just realised what I've done. The live stream's still set to fucking private.
What?
Whoops. Oh, whoopsie. I'll tell you what, I'll stop the fucking hellfire. What a dickhead. Halt yourself. Well, that was a practice. There you go. It should. There. Now it's live. Now it's live.
You go.
Well, I hope it's live. Refresh the page. Sweet Mary.
Idiot, man.
Sweet fucking Mary. There's nothing like being a pillock, is there? Okay, no.
That's what the fuck. No one.
Sat here talking for 10 minutes and we're even set to fucking private. What a bunch of idiots.
Fucking pillock.
What happens when you leave me in charge?
Remind me never to do that again. You freaking moron.
Yep.
It says there's 2 people watching. 3 now, yay.
Can't you tell I've been pissing about with this stuff for the past couple of days?
I just can't believe it. IT freaking technician.
IT technician. Sat here talking to ourselves, and it's not even we're just talking, just like talking to no one.
God.
The Chuckle Brothers aren't dead.
How the fuck? It's me and you were reincarnated.
Right, let's try and publish that. For some reason, it's dying to put the live stream onto YouTube Gaming. I mean, it would be the most appropriate place for it, but.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! There we go. Everything's live. Good job I don't host a radio show, innit?
God.
Have you got?
Go there.
If you've got the live stream open, you count as a viewer, by the way. Just so you know. I mean, you could open 30 tabs and it look like you're popular.
Oh, you mean like crappy way?
True. No, I don't know make bots, mate. I'm not going to go around making bot accounts. Ay. That was fun. No, nothing else. As long as I don't touch anything else, nothing should go wrong now. Reiterate. So no, yes, we are now live. It is what? Well, apparently I've got 2 different times. I've got one on my phone and one on my system. So there you go. Oh.
Yeah. The joys, the freaking joys.
Yep. Well, yeah, setting this up has taken literally 3 days. Like, I have streamed The Witcher, I have streamed BioShock, I have streamed some other random crap I could find in my Steam library just to see if I could actually get the stream working. I was worried about putting strain on my system while streaming, but when I can stream The Witcher at max settings, 1440p, I'm pretty sure I don't need to worry about Steam delay.
Definitely not. Well, your PC doesn't know what to do with the One X though.
Oh, absolutely not. 1080 is completely no good, mate.
So what do you want to talk about first then, bud?
What would you like to talk about?
We'll talk about the native folk.
What's happened in the last couple of weeks that's not been fucking over dramatised on Twitter as usual?
Everything else. We'll talk about the native 4K Red Dead 2 thing.
Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. What is it to say? You ain't going to go until Digital Foundry actually do an analysis.
No, but
is it NX Gamer is the name of the other channel that actually does a similar sort of
video?
video?
And VG Tech.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
But I still don't believe it's going to be native when Witcher 3 and that can't be native.
No, it's not. It's like that 1920 by 2160, so it's a weird resolution. But
yep.
From the early analysis, there's been said there's no Is it probably going to be temporal anti-aliasing? There's no copy checkerboard, and I don't know. You just just speculation. You can only speculate.
That Xbox France page tweeted out that it's going to be native 4K. What sort of, is it?
What's that?
Full-blown 4K, or is it?
I thought you meant the French publication website, the French Xbox, France Xbox or something like it called.
Yeah. No, they just put a video on and says can we and something about native 4K, and then everybody's jumping on the bandwagon.
Well, Fallout. Far Cry 5 is a native res 4K game, but it depends what's going on in terms of each game. I mean, it does look Red Dead does look like a busy game, but Far Cry 5 can get busy at points.
Yeah, but I think that's where that's where they left the base assets and everything is like the same as the original base Xbox and base PS4.
Do you know what I'd love though? I'd love if they'd just give us a GIMP mode where we can play at 720p at 60 FPS. That'd be 10 times better.
Yeah. And it's like
because that's it. You may speak.
It's like what you call Assassin's Creed Odyssey is nearly unplayable on the One S and the One X, not One X, the base Xbox.
The base PS4 doesn't seem to like it holds its best either.
No, but it holds its FPS a lot better.
Doesn't that Origin? Didn't Origins run the same? Like a really bad,
freaking terrible.
What did you play Origins on? The Pro?
Yeah, and it's a good game, but terrible story.
I suppose that's all opinion. I suppose. See, the last one I played with a Syndicate. I uninstalled it about 2 days ago because I got so bored. I'm following the sequences. I'm not collecting anything, and I'm following the sequences, and I'm doing the side quest for the famous guys. And it's like, oh look, you've done this sequence. Now here's another 10 missions, and I'm like, it's the same thing over and over and over again. Yep. I will admit though that Odyssey, the combat does look good.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen, I don't mean the stuff on the beach. I mean like when you've got say Cassandra or Alexia all fighting 3 guys. And she's running in, sweeping at the legs, and then it looks really good. But as long as it's not as janky as Syndicate, because the combat in that game is so janky.
But people are only saying that Odyssey is the best Assassin's Creed because it's not about the story, it's not about the gameplay, it's because it looks great.
Isn't it maybe grindy?
Yeah, so basically you get to a point, you grind some bit, then you go to the next bit, grind more, go and do the next bit, grind more.
It's an RPG then.
Yeah.
I've been saying
that. It from like a story game, like a story-driven game, into an RPG-driven game.
You're funny because we were talking about Red Dead Redemption a minute ago.
Yep.
It doesn't. I mean, I'm playing through The Witcher today, and you don't monsters in The Witcher and NPCs, they're absolutely worthless for experience. Your experience all comes from quests. So, I mean, obviously, as finishing it once, I've modded the game so I can get away with having I think it's like 5 times experience per quest. So instead of getting like, you do some quests on that game, you get given like 10 XP, and you think, like, oh, hold on a minute, I've just had my shit kicked in like 3 times for this. So now it gives me like 100 XP instead, because it's backwards. There's nothing worse than spending half an hour on a quest and getting about 10 gold and 10 experience. This is brilliant.
Yeah, but going back to Red Dead 2, it's
That'd be a good idea.
It's like, yeah, you've got the changing seasons. You've got all the grass and all that change, and all the tree textures changing every season. So I don't see any console hit that native mark. Nothing's going to change every so often.
Yeah, but if you've not noticed, the trend now is like with Assassin's Creed, Far Cry 5. I know this is just Ubisoft, but a lot of them are vouching just for base system settings and then concentrating on resolution. Yeah, they're using all that power in the completely wrong way. They could do it. They could make better use of the extra resources, but they're not, because it's too much work. They can't be asked. This is why next generation, they need to stick to having like just one system. Just release one powerful system. Don't do this upgrade crap again.
Yeah, because it's like I've seen articles where devs come out and say, "Oh well, the One X is great," which it is, yeah, but all the one about is resolution. It's like, oh, we can do this bit extra. I'm like, give me games. All I want for that console is the games. Not, I don't really care about resolution, whatever. I want to play. I buy a console to play games. I don't buy a console to sit in front of it and say, well, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, well, the problem is now you've got both companies talking about all this streaming stuff, and if you've got 2 base systems and a streaming system, why don't you just do an entry level, mid range, and a high end console? Because you damn well might as well be in a PC at this point.
Yeah, it's like when people say to me that, oh well, the One X, nothing plays better than the One X. You're like, if you want the best of the best PC, and it starts with the One X for consoles, then the Pro, then the base consoles.
Yeah, it's strange though, because but then you've always got that you've always got that one problem that if the patch for the enhanced consoles gets messed up and they don't patch it straight away. I mean, look at World of Final Fantasy. When that got a patch on the Pro, the damn thing, I don't know if they over accentuated the depth of field or they had a lower resolution in battle because it was so blurry on the Pro in battle that you couldn't see anything. And also look at Final Fantasy 15 on the Pro. It actually performs worse than you can't. From last time I heard what Digital Foundry said, that you can't lock the frame rate on it anymore. So it's an unlocked frame rate all the time. So you'd sooner play those games on the base systems because you're getting a better experience.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather have just a 1080p ultra settings instead of hitting 4K low settings or medium settings.
Yeah, ultra settings are subjective. That's the problem. When you're on a PC, sometimes the difference between high and ultra is so minuscule. It's so minuscule. But in some cases, some of those settings, you can take a hit of about 20, 30 FPS. For what? Maybe a sharper shadow and a little bit more detail on a tree branch. You're losing frame rate for the point of nothing at that point. Because the amount of games now that have got photo mode that just you can put that many different filters on. I mean, you've seen the Spider-Man screenshots and things like that, the Tomb Raider screenshots.
And I've seen what do you call it? I've seen Forza Horizon 4. I've seen people just use that camera and zoom in on textures just to see how amazing the textures are.
Ugh. Why? It's just like they're using a free range camera. See, I've looked at that game on PC and I was like, I could get the Game Pass, but J Dubs on Twitter and another 2 people have said they've both had issues with the Windows 10 again. And it's like, this store is now 2 years old. You'd think they'd have figured this out. I'm not downloading a game that I can't install or I have to spend 3 hours trying to get to run.
All right, tell me about it. That's why I stick to consoles. Next gen, it's going to be PC and PS5 for me, and whatever Nintendo bring out.
Yeah, but that's the problem. The way people muck around with them Windows 10 games, I've never messed around with my games on Steam that much. I go in, put the settings up, and never touch them again.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not even settings. This is literally getting the game to launch. If it doesn't launch, I mean, I've had instances. I have instances in the past, like where older games, like we're talking either post 2010 or like old legacy games that don't really like Windows 10. And they just take a bit of rigging to get to work, but you can get them to work. But when it's physically a brand new game that's meant to be part of this UWP thing, you would expect it just to work, and it doesn't.
But there's been it's like with Forza 7. It's some people thought a lot of the PC guys thought that Turn 10 gimped the PC version to make the One X version look the best version.
Oh no, it's just optimized to run on one core. But apparently there is a thing I saw today on Twitter that the game's actually getting a patch soon.
They're going to redo it all.
Yeah, so hopefully they may actually redo the PC version. With it being a DX12 title, it should make use of all cores on your system, not just one core. I mean, if you've got an i5 or above, or a Ryzen, say 1600, 2600, whatever above, you're fine. But if you're on an older i5, I mean, when I say i5, I mean like an 8th gen and beyond, you're all right, because you've got a lot more single-threaded performance. But how you could fuck that up, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure on the console version, on the Xbox, it doesn't run on one core. I mean, how many cores are available? Is it 5 cores are available? 6 cores?
No, 6, yes, 6.
Yeah, because, oh god, I remember we had that a couple of years ago. It's like, we've released the 6th core.
Yeah, I just love when they call it a custom CPU. I'm like, it's still a Jaguar CPU.
It is a custom. It's a custom chip. It uses the same. It uses the Jaguar cores and the Polaris GPU, but the actual overall thing is custom because obviously you've got certain like things built onto the die itself. It's a console. It's not like a CPU where you'll have. It's basically like if you take an APU apart, you usually get your chip, which is your CPU clusters, your GPU clusters, and then like on the new APUs, the new Ryzen APUs from AMD, you've got 2 stacks of HBM on there. I think it's like 2. I think it's 2 stacks of HBM. I'm not 100% sure, but that's similarly what they do on the system. That's what they do with the consoles. Because it's an APU, it's all on one chip. So they'll do things on it is a custom chip. But yeah, the core, the fundamental architecture is Jaguar cores, which if you look up, they're old, and they were showing their age. No matter what, look at Assassin's Creed. When a game can't stick 30 FPS, part of that's Ubisoft because they can't optimize a game for save the fucking life. But there you go.
Yeah, but 30 FPS has been what is being set for 2 generations now, and they still can't lock a 30 FPS on most games.
Ubisoft can't.
I don't think any of them can really, because they're all going about this freaking race. It's all about resolution. Well, you can't have all the bells and whistles when it comes to resolution, but the FPS can screw itself.
Well, I assume I guarantee you Red Dead will probably be a locked FPS because that game always gets Rockstar puts a lot of love and attention. I don't remember GTA having performance issues, although I've not played it on the PS4. I played it on the PS3.
Yeah.
So
I got it twice and I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, you're part of that. You've got double dip on that 100 million sales, then, have you?
Well, my wife got the second one for Christmas last year.
Oh, so she's helped you double dip then, has she?
Yeah, because she didn't have a clue what to get me for Christmas last year.
Oh yeah, your missus doesn't take any note of what games you play, does she? So she isn't gonna.
No, she's not a gamer, so it's just they like this game.
That sucks to be you. Although my missus just plays Sims all day long, so.
Have you heard about Black Ops? It's going to be 120 FPS on PC.
Really?
Locked. Yeah, locked.
Well, is that the highest they're going to let it actually go?
Yeah.
Huh. Because 120. I mean, my display is a 144, so you would assume they'd allow it to be unlocked. But PC is not an even playing field. Like your FPS is limited by your own hardware. You know, you can always go higher, But that's strange. That it's so strange. Why they'd lock it at once? Although 120 because the engine's old as fuck. That's why.
Yeah, same with the Ubisoft engine that have used it. But apart from a few bits and bobs, the One X and the Pro version, they look identical. The textures on both look awful.
Yeah, they do.
Even Digital Foundry said they look flat, look awful.
Because that engine's 10 years old. That's a last gen engine.
Yep.
I've got to love it. I've got to love it how YouTube has tweeted out my podcast with the subheader on the video title BioShock Remastered gameplay. YouTube's fucked, man. YouTube is a terrible platform to stream on.
Tell me about it. But
how the hell do I make you a moderator?
So why do you think single player is so good?
We're done with Red Dead now. We're just going to say wait for Digital Foundry because there's no point sitting here speculating shite.
No, I don't want to sound like these idiots that go on about, oh well, this one tweet said this, so it's gospel.
I'm looking forward to Red Dead Redemption, mate. If you want to know more about Red Dead Redemption, check out Legacy Killer HD's channel. He does like a video every day on the damn thing. Every screenshot that comes out, he does like one video a day, like every day.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record where it's gonna. All we can say is, well, the only evidence we've got is going to be native 4K is one sent line in a tweet.
Well, I'm playing it on a PS4 Pro and a 1080p TV, so there you go. That's how much of a shit I give about it.
And are we game when the multiplayer side comes? Are we game with you on the multiplayer side?
We'll give it a try. If it turns out like Grand Theft Auto Online, it'll probably keep me attention for about 2 hours, and then I'll just never play it again. As soon as some little 13-year-old twat comes up and shoots me in the back of the head because he's got hold of his dad's credit card, I ain't touching that game again. Because I don't buy microtransactions, as you know.
Oh yes, you do.
No, you know my stance on that shite. What were you saying about single player then? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a big massive fan of multiplayer. I'm a single player gamer, but yeah, me and you we game together, we co-op games, and we multiplayer games together. But for me, I wouldn't go out and buy a multiplayer game just to game by myself.
Well, I mean, what's the only thing we ever play is Paladins.
Yeah, Paladins, Brawlhalla.
Fuck me.
Warface.
Fuck me. We played fucking Destiny. We completed it in 3 days and didn't even get a goddamn any trophies for it.
No, we got to buy the freaking expansions just to get anywhere. So games as a service. No. Why the hell we need games as a service? I don't know.
Because I don't know, mate. I can't really speak on games as a service because I don't play them. I've no interest in them.
No, we'll end up with games like Sea of Thieves and No Man's Sky for every damn game, and then we'll have no content in games unless we pay for it. Games be half-assed.
I played No Man's Sky at launch, and I haven't played it. I played it for about 2 days, and I returned after 3 days because it's just a terrible game. Absolutely terrible game. Now it probably looks really good, but it's had its time for me. I went on and played Elite Dangerous because I just got so sick of that game. It was fucking garbage. But everything multiplayer is a push, in my opinion anyway, is a push by big game companies, Activision, Ubisoft, EA, not Square just yet, but it's just their way of saying, listen, single player games are dead, they cost too much to make, so we want to do these games as a service because everybody's more mainstream now. What they know is they can cater to more mainstream audiences who, like, you know, your kids have bought PS4 to play Fortnite. They know that they don't understand any of this shit that we talk about every day on Twitter and wherever else. And that's where I think we can just monetize them. But all I say is, if a AAA single player game costs so much to make, stop making it cost so much to fucking make. You are in control of your own budgets. Make AA games and stop marketing them. Stop spending so much on marketing. Did you know? I think it's 70% of a game's budget is for marketing in some cases.
Yeah, I would love to know what Aaron Greenberg spends that friggin' on. I haven't seen any decent Xbox marketing for years.
Rise of the Tomb Raider was the last. Well, this all over YouTube and Twitter for when they've got a marketing deal for a certain game. I haven't seen a Forza Horizon 4 ad yet, but
I haven't either.
When Rise of the Tomb Raider was on its year exclusivity, there were signs up all over cities around here. So
no, it's like when somebody says to me, "Oh well, they're all one and done games, single player games." It's like, well, yeah, but once you've played all the maps in a like first person shooter, you played all the modes, you just replaying the same damn thing again and again and again. So you can call that one and done, because once you've finished all of it, where's the new content?
I paid $3.99 for Battlefield 1 a 2 week ago. The premium pass and all the other crap was all free. I played it for 12 hours and then I uninstalled it because I got bored of doing the same fucking thing over and over again. I got a decent KD out of it and then just dropped it like a brick because I was like, oh, boring. But you forget the only reason why people call games one and done now is because if you focus on just trophies, that once you get all the trophies, there is no compelling. And I have to agree with this. There's no drive to play the game anymore.
Yeah.
And also as the fact that now we're adults, like you've got disposable income, so you buy games, you play them once, you might never play them again. It's not like when you were a kid and you had a game and you could just play it over and over and over again. Because you wanted to get your money. You never knew. You got a game for Christmas when you were like 7 years old. You never knew when you were going to get your next game, did you? So.
No, yeah, I had to beg and plead with my parents to even get me a game. But now it's like if kids get a credit card or anything, they just go and buy them.
You don't know. See, I keep all your single player games though, because you may eventually play them again.
Oh no, I do. I get my new ones, and then go back to the old ones when I get a bit too bored of the new ones, or I want to have a break from playing them. I go back to the older ones and play them all again.
Yeah.
I've been playing Final Fantasy VII for a couple of days now.
What, on PS4?
Yeah, because I went and got the PS4 edition, but it's just basically a ported version of the PC version.
See, I find those PS4 versions of Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX do those games a disservice because I got 9, and that game has a absolutely gorgeous art style, but it's so fucking blurry because it's upscaled to 1080p. The character models may be HD, but the backgrounds are terrible because I actually had to do a double take. I thought to myself, this game doesn't look this bad when I was younger, so I got the PSP out because I've got it on there, and I booted it up, and I'm like, okay, I can make out, say, that chimney there. When I look on my screen, it looks like someone's throwing a fucking bucket of water over a painting, and I'm like, I actually looked at it and I thought, I can't play this because I just.
That's why I'm so lucky that I've still got my Vita.
See, I know, but
it's portable.
I'd have bought a Vita, but
I got my Vita for £80 off my mate's gaming shop.
Fucking hell.
Setting pre-owned as well with a 16 gigabyte card and a couple of games.
Not bad. Sorry, I'm hovering my cursor over fucking live streaming. I wanted one. I wanted one, but I can't do handheld. Once my Switch started fucking up, I just thought, I've had enough of this. I don't want another handheld console for a while. When I'm outside doing something, I don't want to play games because I'm out to do something. It's just.
But I think the community in a whole for this generation has just got more retarded, more toxic. It's not about gaming anymore. It's about who can be a bigger. Pardon, if you know what I mean.
That was a random segue into for away from multiplayer games.
I'm going to get back to that in a minute, but it's the fact that, like I said, when me and you, we have a bit of banter, we swear at each other and that every now and again, or we might get peed off with each other, but we don't make a personal insult or become racist towards each other.
the amount of racist insults have disappeared as of late, but why people are getting racist over video games is beyond me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, when like that tweet that I told you about earlier, where it said that
yeah, don't. I
it,
wouldn't repeat all that unless you want to get my channel banned.
no, but just basically saying that Japan's Americans
Oh God,
if you know what I mean.
it's an atrocious thing for people to
Yeah,
be doing. I
if it's
can't.
not American made, it's awful.
People
Like,
used to be in the playgrounds arguing about Sonic and Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic and Mario, and now people are arguing about someone's color of skin over the games that they play, and it's I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Questioning people's I've seen tweets from people questioning people's sexuality, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell does that have to do with being a gamer? You're a gamer.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Just because it doesn't mean anything. If you play video games to escape the real world, why are you making video games
yeah,
about real life?
yeah.
It's just
It's like if you do a tweet and then you'll get some idiot that'll run out and tell the other idiots, and then you have a army of idiots coming at you
you
overnight,
well,
and then
I don't because I've been blocked by them all long ago.
it's just like you can't have fun gaming anymore without any worried about other
I can.
idiots coming to spoil your fun.
I can give you the easiest answer to that. Just don't go on social media because I've not been on proper for like the past 2 weeks, and I've not even listened to anything. Like, I've gone on and checked and see what people are talking about, and then when you start seeing that, like, people just talking about games, then some random person throws some bullshit in there, you're like, oh, this is fun, isn't it? Let's go back off here and come back in a couple of hours, and it's better.
Yeah, it's like no one does their own research anymore for games. It's like when I was a kid, there used to be a market in my town. There used to be a game stall. I'd go to that game stall every Tuesday, look at the games as a kid, and I'd just get the ones that I thought were going to be good. I didn't care what anybody else thought.
Well, I used to be the same, mate. It depends where we lived. There were different game shops and places, but you used to look forward to getting them. The only thing you knew about a video game was what was said in the magazine.
Yep, but there was no YouTube, there was none of this fanboyism. It was just you gamed and that was it.
Well, fanboyism's always been around, mate. Do you think the console wars for the SNES and the NES were? The SNES and the NES,
well,
the SNES and Genesis, Sega Mega Drive.
As a kid, you don't really see that, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, if any Americans come across this, it's the Sega fucking Mega Drive, okay? Fucking Genesis.
No, it's like they go to these YouTubers instead of just doing a quick Google search, look at the gameplay videos, news. They trust what these YouTubers say as gospel.
You can find whatever you want on Google.
Yeah, and it could be lies, half truths, twisted to try and sound like one console's better than the other. It's just.
Yeah, well, it's just all it is. Sorry, go on. I'm interrupting you again.
I could name these YouTubers.
Yeah, I don't.
And no, but it doesn't. It just gets pathetic that even if you say that if you call these YouTubers out, doesn't matter what gaming platform they do YouTube for, they'll get their fan base coming at you, and then you'll get threats and all sorts of foul language.
That's why you just best have to stay away from these places, Matt. Oh, Coco BC, welcome. Is that Coco from Twitter? Yeah, I'm not surprised you made it. I hope he's not following my fucking directions for links, because of course you've only just made it here. The first one I sent out wasn't live. We were talking to each other for 10 minutes for fuck all.
Yep.
No, you're just best off avoiding these channels, mate, because
I do.
But all it is progression from what we used to do in the 90s. That's all it is. It's just a progression from what we used to do in the 90s. But on another level now, because, I mean, where I came from, when we never had such deplorable conversations about your physical being as to what games you play on a certain console, but you'd argue the toss with people. I remember hearing about friends who would literally like be face to face, ready to punch the lights of each other out because they couldn't agree that it was better Mario or Sonic. All growing up on the well, I say growing up on the PS1, but
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot versus Mario, but we all know how that generation turned out.
Yeah, Crash was always better for me. But I grew up I had a Nintendo, then a Super Nintendo, so I grew up and playing Mario quite a bit. And then my grandma had a Mega Drive, so then I started playing Sonic and all their games.
You sound old when you come to you sound old when you're talking about when you ask what your mum used to call it. He's got a Nintendo. Who's that? Someone just asked.
I'm only 34, mate. You're like 60.
Yeah, I'm 30, mate. I'm a lot younger than you. You're getting your buzz pass before me.
I warned.
Someone just asked a question. Julius, what's your favourite game? Do you want to specify, like, what of all time, currently this generation? Of what?
No. No, mine, well, for me, it would be the Last of Us for this last generation.
Any? Oh, well, my favourite game of the PS... Well, my favourite game of my childhood would be either Bloody Raw, either the two games, or Legend of Legaia on the PlayStation 1. I never really had... I suppose, when it comes to the Sega Mega Drive, I'd say... Streets of Rage probably was my favourite games on the... Because they were overly violent and I was too young to play them, but there you go. I don't really have a favourite Nintendo game, to be honest. Probably Super Mario Brothers 2, probably.
Nah, I love Donkey Kong.
Oh, what was the original called? Donkey Kong? What was it called? What was the one on the SNES?
Was it Super Mario and Donkey Kong or something like that?
No, Mario... Jesus Christ, I can't actually remember. I never played it. Donkey Kong... something. There you go. Donkey Kong something, that'll do.
Yeah, it's too old to have memories there, like a sieve.
SNES. I'll tell you what it was called. Donkey Kong Country. There you go. That the one? Donkey Kong Country? Country. That'll be the one you played.
Donkey Kong was amazing.
Oh wait, no, that's the Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, that'll be the one you're referring to.
Yeah, and I had my first portable console as well as in my childhood, the original Game Boy.
I only ever had a Game Boy Color because my dad was a tight cunt.
Nah, mine was that big thick one, like already first editions, and it wouldn't even fit in your pocket.
Just get some bigger fucking pockets then.
Yeah, and then I went and bought one of them magnifying things for the screen. It had the little lights on and that, so you could actually see in the dark.
Donkey Kong was good.
It was. It's freaking amazing, mate.
No, I got some Muppet in our comment section.
Yeah, well, he is 50.
Oh man.
No, I don't think all games need multiplayer.
No, that was a good... Well, we didn't have multiplayer back when talking about all the games we just talked about. We didn't have multiplayer back then. Well, we did. We called couch. It was couch co-op, or as we used to refer to them, two-player games. Two-player games.
Yeah, I'd rather have a two-player game or a couch co-op game than this. Oh well, it's a battle royale mode. It's like now everything will be battle royale, Battlefield, Call of Duty, PUBG, Fortnite. What else is going to be battle royale?
Battlefield 5.
Yeah, I said Battlefield.
Oh, there's actually a few indie games coming out that are actually battle royale only. There was one that wanted crossplay, which is crossplay between PC, Switch, and Xbox, and obviously PlayStation now. I think it's called Blackwood something, because they follow me on Twitter, but I can't remember what the hell they're called. I honestly can't remember what they're called. Jesus Christ.
Nah, but I think there's a lot. I think some games from our generation, as kids and growing up, are actually a lot better than what some games is now.
Depends.
I think the developers run out of ideas sometimes.
Oh, you're referring to everything being the fucking same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking fatigued and pissed off for playing open world games now. the only big budget games I look forward to now is the odd sprinkling of multiplats, but I usually just like the Sony exclusives, because after I completed Spider-Man, I felt like an empty feeling of like, oh great, I've completed this and I've platinumed it. Now what do I fucking play? I don't want to play that Tomb Raider because I'll wait till it's cheaper.
Tomb Raider, I can't get into it. It's just the story is boring as hell.
It looks like the last one I've already played, the one before that. The 2013's was good because it was fresh, but then Rise of the Tomb Raider. The only thing I know, the only great Rise of the Tomb Raider was the enemies are thick as fuck. I've never seen such an inept AI. I've never seen such a dumb AI in a game.
Yeah, and the I was going to call it, and it's just like I said to you, when I got to a certain bit, when you go walk in the mountain and then there's this massive village and they're all living, fires going, chimneys and all sorts going.
Be careful of spoilers, by the way.
Sorry, and nobody's telling me that no plane or helicopter ever flown over that mountain. I never noticed them.
Oh, those hidden village shite. Don't forget though, you're talking about video games.
You've found this hidden village that no one else knew about.
You are talking about video games, so you do have to have some. What's the word? Where we accept it's a video game and certain things might not happen.
Yeah. You have to draw yourself out of reality.
Yeah, there's a word for it though. It's like it's the same argument that people are using for Battlefield, saying, "Well, we're playing Battlefield and we kind of accept that someone gets shot and gets respawned. It's just something you accept of video games. You know, just things like that."
And what was I going to say? And all this crap happened.
Go on.
And all this crap, like ever since that lesbian kiss in the Last of Us 2 trailer, all I've ever seen is SJW crap, lesbian crap, and nobody actually talking about the game. It's just, oh well, there's these two women kissed in a video game. You had lesbians and gays in Mass Effect. What? When was
the original Mass Effect release? Was it 2007, 2008?
Yeah, it was on the Xbox 360 only.
Oh, this is what happens when games get political, mate. I mean, no one would have a couple of years ago. Nobody would have even batted an eyelid at that kind of stuff, and I don't see why people do. It's like
even now, it's like there was only one kiss, and that was it. It's not making out that they're in a full open relationship or anything, if you know what I mean.
Even if they turn out to be, does it matter? It's not going to impact the story whatsoever. No, it may do. There may be an emotional moment where she dies and blah 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 blah. But
yeah, but they're idiots. I think. Well, since it's a world where there's hardly nobody left alive, that Ellie should just open her legs for a bloke and get pregnant.
Yeah, but there's never. Well, I suppose that's all conjectured fact because no one's ever really. I don't think there's ever been I never remember finding anything in The Last of Us that said how many people were actually still alive, how many settlements were around the planet. There was never any say if that disease ever spread, how far it spread either. I mean, it was airborne though, wasn't it?
Did you see the new poster for The Last of Us 2?
Is it the one with Joel and the wolf? Yeah.
Yeah, so Joel's going to be in it, but he might not be a main. He might be a side character like Ellie was in the first one.
But how do you know that Joel isn't that wolf? That he's dead and respawned? I don't know. He's represented as the wolf respawned. The fuck?
True, because he's quite old in the first one.
Oh, he's in his 40s, isn't he, in the first game?
No, I'd say 40s, 50s, because he had grey hair by the time it finished.
He's had kids. That don't mean anything. I guess
my two were terrible.
Mine's been great all weekend. Not. But yeah, just let people keep thinking that multiplayer is the future, mate. As long as people keep supporting and buying the single player games that are good, don't support all the shite. But like Spyro's coming out, people are genuinely excited for Spyro. Mm-hmm. People are excited. We're excited for Crash Bandicoot. People have been excited for Dragon Quest, for Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed. I'm not going to sit in there in every fucking single player game. There's still plenty of them.
Yeah, but I just noticed it doesn't matter if a game's on Xbox or PlayStation first, but if it goes to other console, it suddenly becomes crap. It's like, why do you care so much that a game's going to a different platform? You played it first. You enjoyed it first.
You're
You've got the more. You've played it. You love it. That goes when it goes to Xbox or PlayStation. It's not going to devalue the game or your enjoyment of the game.
You're the king of fucking dogleg segues, you ain't you? I don't even know where the fuck you got there. I was talking about multiplayer games.
Yep. Hey man, but I just like I try to get into Call of Duty and that, but it's like it's not there's no skill to it anymore. It's just twitch you. You see somebody bang, you're dead. You see somebody else bang, you're dead. You can kill 50 people within 20, 30 seconds.
It's become like a PC shooter because like that's always been the perception of first person shooters on PC online, that if someone sees you, you're dead. Like if somebody sees you on PC, very highly likely one of you ain't coming out of that gun. You ain't gonna see him because they'll just pop you dead.
Yeah.
It's because it's in a small confined map and you're basically spawning up each other's ass, so you've got no chance to run away.
Yeah, and COD's attempt at destructible environments was just a laugh.
What was that game?
What was that? I can't remember. It just basically had like a no, it's a different one. I think I think it was it the one before the exosuits.
You're talking to someone who hasn't played COD since Modern Warfare 2, so...
Yeah, so basically you could blow off like a little tiny bit of the building or a wall or something, but you couldn't blow up the building.
That'd be Black Ops 2 then.
I have no idea. Can't remember.
There's better shows you how many of those fucking games there's been.
No, I think COD needs a long break. So does Battlefield. Halo, I'm interested in, but only if they've got to put as much effort into the single player as to do the multiplayer.
Yeah, a game like COD isn't going to go away when it makes Activision billions a year.
Yeah,
you're not gonna kill off something that makes so much money. Why do you think Nintendo still has a 3DS around? Because it's still making them money.
Yeah, it's like I was going to say, it's like when I go to a friend's game shop, you can go in there and I meet Xbox gamers, PC gamers, Nintendo gamers, PlayStation gamers, and we all can just stand there and talk to each other like normal human beings, and still talk about games on all platforms and not have to be a complete asshole to each other. But on social media, it's like, I will kill you if you game on Xbox. I will kill you if you game on PlayStation or Nintendo.
Yeah, but online, you're just a name. That's why online is why it's the internet's the Wild West. End of story.
Tell me about it.
There's no other answer to the question.
Going on. It's just, how on earth these people find time to game when they spend all day on social media?
Oh, I know kind of. Yeah, I know you're referring to people who are on there 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and it's like, I was playing Fist of the North Star, and I could go on some of these Twitter accounts and they were posting every hour or every half an hour. And you're like, why?
Some people be sat at work though. I understand what you mean. It's like some people have forgot how to play fucking. Some people are just strange now. It's like if you play. I mean, but then of course you have it from my point of perspective where it took me a week to play Spider-Man because I saved like playing through the game, and there were people who completed it in 2 days, and I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? And then they got the platinum.
Coco's just asked you a question. Do you think Red Dead 2 is going to be as good as the last one, or is it going to be full throttle like GT5?
I think it depends how well it actually does. Like if the online, I can't see the online being up there like Grand Theft Auto, because it's Grand Theft Auto's got more mainstream appeal. Yes, I know it's an 18 game and kids shouldn't be playing it, but Red Dead Redemption's more of a slow-paced game, and as you know, a lot of people can't play slow-paced games. But if it takes off, then I could see them doing like a Red Dead Redemption 2, say Undead Night. You know the Undead? What the hell is it called on the Undead Nightmare?
Yeah.
They'll make it online and anything like that.
Yeah, I couldn't. I like the base game where like you get to the end of the story, then the son takes over and then do a bit of his story as well.
Yeah, don't be careful, mate. You're putting spoilers there. Not everyone's played Red Dead Redemption yet.
No, but if you haven't played the first one, you're going to be a bit lost in the second one.
Behind you, tablet.
But it's like I enjoyed the Yakuza series.
See, I've still not played Yakuza. For all my love of Japanese games and Japanese culture, I've still not sat down and played Yakuza. Which is bad, I know, but I I don't know what it is. I just... Thank you.
Yakuza is a great franchise. And like the Fist of North Star is just as good.
Oh, you've got 2 copies, so you're going to send me one next week.
Yeah, see now that's what real friends do. You help each other out.
You buy out same games as me, so I can't send you shit.
Well, you could send me your PC.
Yeah, I'll just give you access to my Steam library while I'm at it. Yeah.
No, it's like I'm just watching an advert for the new Call of Duty, and the first thing you see is not in game gameplay.
Yeah, it's all pre-scripted stuff.
Yeah.
It makes it.
I'd rather see the actual gameplay of these games instead of seeing just some sort of CGI crap.
Well, they can't sell because would you really want to make an advert where it's people telling you all the which ways you can go around fucking your mother? Is that really how you want? Is that really how you want to advertise your game?
I ain't going there, mate. I ain't.
Oh yeah, you know that's what you'd get. That is what you get.
Yeah, I just what was I going to say? So do you think crossplay is going to be a big hit, or do you think it's just be one of them features that nobody ever uses? Because ever since Sony said yes, everybody's shut about it.
Well, the thing is, you don't know if you're cross-playing with another platform. The games really do sort of need an indicator on them, just like a little icon, just to show, I don't know, PlayStation symbol, Xbox symbol, Switch symbol, and a PC symbol. Because otherwise, you don't know if you're in crossplay, do you? How are you supposed to know?
No, that's it. Because but now ever since Fortnite is crossplay on all platforms, you've got certain certain people on Twitter now saying, "Well, Fortnite is crap." You're like, you were one of the ones going on blagging Sony off because they won't do crossplay. Now they do. You don't want to know.
Yeah, it's more funny, mate, that they get all the game devs that expose themselves over it, which is the funniest damn thing.
Yeah. And when Bethesda actually called Sony out over a freaking mobile phone card game, really?
Yep, Bethesda and Bethesda. What was it? Todd Howard's words or Pete Hines saying? Yeah, it's one of the things they're stopping us from doing crossplay on Fallout 76. It's like, okay, let's do it, and it's like, oh well, we can't actually do it at the moment.
Oh yeah, no, that was and Rocket League's come out and done the same thing. So, yeah. Oh, well, it's going to take us a while. Like you said, it'll just take a flick of a switch.
I thought that was the Fortnite devs that said that.
No, it's the Rocket League ones. They said they just had to flick a switch and that would be it.
Whoops.
And everybody's like, "Oh, we can't do it." I'm like, so you basically went on and got all the idiots talking and fighting over something like this, but then it turns out you lied.
Yeah, but they didn't. Well, they did lie, but they did. What they're probably thinking, the old dinosaur Sony isn't going to turn around and allow it this generation, and they'll do it next gen. But obviously, no one's going to know the reason why they didn't want to do it. Everyone can speculate, but at the end of the day, mate, as far as I'm considered, it's all about business. It's all about money. All these companies they're all about the money. No matter how much they might tell you they'll powder your arsehole up before they go in, it's all about the money, no matter what.
Because I try to tell people when they were fighting over us, I told them like the guaranteed Xbox execs, Sony executives, Nintendo executives, all be having all these freaking meetings behind the scenes. They won't tell us about it, and they'll probably get done at some point.
You know it's free
But no one,
advertising, right?
yeah, but nobody actually believed me. It was like,
Yeah,
oh, Sony will never do it.
you know it's free advertising, right?
What?
It's free advertising.
Mm-hmm.
All that 6 greater than 4 and all that shite and all that like it's a monster and the world's and all that stuff. It's all free marketing. They'll say something on social media and it'll get shared around, picked up, shared around some more, spoken, and people. It's all marketing because it's all free marketing, free advertising.
Yeah, it's
But
like
why would you spend money on it when you can let your fans spread the word for you, word of
well,
mouth?
it's not the fans who spread it now; it's the fanboys who go the extra mile.
Well, there were when it comes to the crossplay thing, there were a few genuine. Well, actually, quite a lot of genuinely pissed off people who wanted their Fortnite's accounts off the PS4 because they bought a Switch, obviously.
Yeah, it's what's going to say? It's like with Red Dead 2. It's nobody's saying, "Oh, well, the game's going to be great. It's going to be this. You're going to be able to do this and that. The world's going to be amazing. It's going to be open world. You're going to be able to play with your friends, do all this and that." It's just, well, the PS4 Pro version is going to be this resolution. The Xbox One X is going to be this resolution.
Yeah, people focus on the wrong things now.
And you're like, well, who cares what the resolution is? You're still playing the same damn game.
To some people it is a thing. Some people do genuinely just play games for graphics. Some people do. There are a lot of people who.
Yeah, but some people didn't realise resolution is not graphics.
No, resolution's visual fidelity, which is better visual fidelity. I can't even remember. Every time you get hit with that question, you know the answer and you go, duh. Probably because I'm so fucking sick of hearing about resolution. I'm so fucking sick of hearing about resolution.
Yeah, that's all the time. It's like when Aaron Greenberg goes, X is going to give it to you. What? Give us what? Games?
I got pissed off in the beginning of this generation with people constantly talking about resolution.
Yeah, because I left it on GamerBot. I left a comment on Discus on the chat thing, and the first thing would come back was, "Are you playing it on the blurry station?" I'm like, really?
All the fucking names they've come up with this generation have been brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, the blurry
and
station.
Like, at least
God.
For me, I'm a big RPG fan, and Sony have brought them games that I like. But on Xbox, what is there? What is there that I can't get on other platforms?
Well, originally there was quite a few games until they shit the bed, and then they had to start putting them on other platforms.
Yep, and now on PlayStation, if somebody asks me, says, "Well, what can you play only on that console?" I could list a load of games. But if somebody said, "What can you only play on Xbox?" It's like Forza, Gears, Halo.
Oh,
that's about it.
You're talking about actual exclusives, because I was going to say, well, you can still Halo 5, Sunset Overdrive, which looks like a good game. I still want to play that.
It isn't a good game, but I think.
Oh, have you played it?
Yeah, I've completed it.
Did you?
Yeah. It just didn't really hit with me. Yeah, it's a good game, but I wouldn't say it's a game of a game of the year sort of candidate.
Well, you look at somebody like me. If like the only reason why I've always owned a PlayStation is just to play the exclusive games.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never. If they were all on PC, it would make for people like me an amazing thing, but that's not the case. So if you want to play the games, you've got to get the system that they're on.
Yeah.
But then again, budget-minded game. You've got to remember that some people, not everybody wants to build a PC, which is fine, like pre-built, but not everybody wants to spend that amount of money.
Yeah. Well, you do realise that these idiots think that you need £2,000 to beat the One X.
To beat an Xbox One X?
No, to beat the Xbox One X in graphics and resolution and all that.
I could throw your PC together right now on PC Power Picker that'd be the same as or better than it. What you don't understand is you might talk about, it has a better GPU, it's got this 6.6 teraflop GPU, so you need a 1060 or a 1070. Yeah, but if I stick an i5 in that PC, it's going to be doing 60 FPS across the board compared to what you're doing, which is 30. So if you're not outdone in resolution, because like I said, like you said, everyone's focused on resolution all the fucking time now, that they forget that performance is there, and if the PC's doing 60 FPS and you're doing 30 FPS, guess what? That means that system is outdoing your system.
Yeah, and if you don't own a One X, you're a poor person. You're poor. You're on welfare, and like
People,
we're all playing. Yeah, we're all playing the same game. Doesn't matter what console you own, what system you own. We're gamers first and foremost.
yeah, people have said that. I remember people saying that to the base Xbox One owners, like, well, you're on the same bloody ecosystem. How can it be a bad thing?
Yep. I just,
Anyway,
it's like I say, I buy every platform, every generation. Xbox, PlayStation, if Nintendo do one, I buy it, and I support them. I buy games for that system.
this is the one who's recently sold his Switch.
But yeah, because it was collecting dust, and the games were the multiplats on it were terrible. I wasn't going to wait for another Mario.
You do?
But it's got to the fact that even me, like a multi-platform gamer, gets called a pony, an export, or whatever.
Fucking pony. I
And
love that. I love that. That's like the most PC insult you could ever call somebody. Oh,
and
I still don't get it to this day. I suppose it would be Sony rides you like a pony. I suppose that's where it comes from.
oh yeah, like
Oh,
if somebody's pro Sony, they're taking up the backside from Uceda and all the rest of them, and because this on Gaming Bolt, this idiot came at me and tried to say Sony paid for reviews. It's all this does all this dodginess. So I called them out on it, and I said, "Look, this is the first I've heard of it. Tell me about it. I want to know about it. Give me links. Tell me. I want to see it for myself." And he just basically gave me a 14-year-old movie link where Sony movie department put out some reviews that weren't real. And this guy got sacked from GameSpot for some reason, and he said that he mentioned Sony as one of the reasons. But I said to the guy,
this sounds like the Kane and Lynch fiasco.
"Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's it." And
that's got nothing to do with PlayStation. That was to do with the game developers.
But somebody from GameSpot got sacked for doing something, and then he said something about Sony's might have pulled sort of do Ratchet and Clank actually, and might have pulled, trying to say that Sony said they were going to pull the advertisement if he didn't give a perfect score for one of the Ratchet and Clank games on the PS3. But
see, I was absent for a lot of last generation because obviously I was just playing MMOs. So
yeah, but like I said to him, if Sony did that, they would get sued to buggery. They couldn't just pull out after they signed a contract.
Getting a bit of background noise. Someone's trying to play Nino Kuni 2.
But as soon as I called them out and said, "Look, so all we've got is one site about the movie reviews, and the other one just for some reason, one person saying that it might be that."
You're referring to gaming this generation as a whole, aren't you? Just like
it's a bunch. I've made some great friends, and then I've met some complete and utter insane people that belonging.
These people have always been insane. They're just able to vent on the internet. You got to remember, you'd never take anybody says to heart on the internet, because at the end of the day, unless they're gonna fucking find out where you live or who you are, it's just some tool at the end of a fucking keyboard or a touch.
Aye. And thanks for listening, Lee. You're a great friend.
Who are you talking to?
Lee Wolf.
Wow, where is he?
No, he's listening.
All right. I'm not actually checked Twitter for 5 minutes, so you know.
He's a good friend, and everybody should follow him.
Oh, Lee X Wolf.
Yeah. Good.
Not laughing at that. No, gearing this gen, mate, has been interesting. Very interesting. I say this gen. If you're on console, it's a gen. If you're on PC, it's just it's a generation, I suppose. But
it's just like of all these idiots, you get these idiots, and then they'll make sock accounts to be more of an idiot, and then another sock account to be even more of an idiot. It's like you're banging against a brick wall half the time.
Do you know there's a simple learnt lesson here? Don't scroll down in comment sections.
I know, it's like on Game and Bolt, you have one, and doing CCF Tech, you have one idiot who has like 20 to 25 soccer accounts for Xbox, and then another idiot who has a 25 to 30 soccer accounts for PlayStation, and then just fucking arguing every article, banging heads, arguing between each other.
A lot of the time you'll find it's trolls who literally don't. This you know what trolls are like, mate. They feed off this kind of thing. They feed off this. They feed off this like pissing people off. All they have to do is find out what triggers you, and they're there, and they'll just keep going and going and going and going and going. It's funny to watch people get worked up. It really is.
Yeah, because I've replied to some of their comments before, and they don't actually read your comment.
That's the worst thing. It's the worst thing you can do. Don't reply to these people because you instigate them.
Yeah, because they ignore what you say and then come back with some sort of retard comment. You're like, really?
Sorry, I was having a yawn. Okay, now.
It's like that's one of the reasons I came off Twitter, because I just you could say something and then somebody would fall out with you or block you for whatever. You're like, why?
Well, that's because as soon as you ask somebody to prove the point with facts or something like that, people just can't answer you. They're hoping that you'll always come across somebody who will get someone who doesn't know what they're talking about, and then that's the person that they get, and they end up getting blocked by them instead of them blocking you. Once they realise they can't win, they block you.
Yeah, it's like I said about about all these people not doing their own research, so they go to these idiots that they might be popular on YouTube for certain game, like because they game on Xbox, PC, whatever. But if you know that they're level on the fanboy level, where everything Xbox, PC, PlayStation does is amazing to them, it doesn't matter what they do, it'll always be amazing, and you can see for yourself because you're not a fan of their thing.
Well, the only advice I can give to anybody is just to ignore these people, because otherwise if you listen to these people, they'll ruin your hobby for you.
I'm 34, but I've had people twice my age come and attack me, who say they've been married for years and they've been gaming for a lot longer and all this and that. But I'm sat here enjoying my game, and I'm actually sad. You don't see me going on YouTube, Twitter, kissing ass. If you know what I mean.
Well, it's big gaming this gen for you, mate, and it's probably going to get worse next generation, or maybe it won't. Anyway, enough talking about that fucking them Muppets, mate. Just let them all fester under little bridges everywhere. Have you decided if you're changing your name yet on your PS4 or not? If it comes.
No, I've had it since the PS3. I'm happy with it.
See, I don't know. Because
if anybody wants a game with this, just drop me a tweet and we'll have a game.
I'd actually like to match it to my Steam name, but the thing is, that first report from that bloke where it said, it might cancel all your PSN stuff and all that, I don't know if that was proven to be true or not, because obviously I didn't follow it any further. But
no, that's been found out to be a lie. That one.
Was it?
Yeah. Because if now certain these developers are saying now they're getting ready for the name change. So
that's weird, that, isn't it? It means that some of it must actually be on server sides as well.
Yeah. It's like until Sony come out and say something, it's hearsay, rumours. It's like the same thing with anything with Xbox or PC. It's always somebody starts a rumour or somebody does an article and then people run with it.
The PS3, the PS3, the PS3, the PSN back on the PS3 days really was a fucking barrel of monkeys, wasn't it, when they put it out?
Yeah.
It really was a barrel of fucking monkeys. That's that service. It's 10 times better now. I mean,
Yeah.
I've not had, minus when it's gone down for maintenance, I've never really had any issues with the PSN on the PS4. Maybe because I don't use it like everybody else who plays multiplayer. But it's like, if you use the, but saying that, if you use the PSN on the if you actually try the PSN on the PS3 now, my God, that store is so slow.
Yeah.
It actually opens as an app, actually. On the PS4, it actually opens as an app. On the PS3, sorry. And it runs like a bag of shit. After about 5 minutes, it's just choking itself, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, just how Sony were just getting to the, weren't even ready for the start of the big hit.
Nope. I just don't win at all digital next generation.
Yeah, I think if you're all digital, I think Microsoft and Sony would skin us alive for prices because there's no competition.
Nope. That is that. That is the one. That is one of the, probably for a lot of people, the biggest hurdle when you want to compete with a platform like, I say PC, but Steam.
Yeah.
Because there are sites where you can buy keys for PlayStation 4 and Xbox, but they're usually more situated on older games. But the fact that I can go and get Rise of the Tomb Raider on day of launch for $29.99 on the PC. On Steam it was $45.99, I believe. But I could go and get it for 30 quid somewhere else. And all I do is lose the ability to refund it on Steam.
Yeah, but we need competition for digital sales on.
Yeah, but
consoles.
you can't have digital competition in a closed ecosystem.
Yeah, it's like.
Do you honestly think Sony is going to allow someone like Amazon to sell you a PSN PlayStation Plus subscription for 25 quid a month? 25 quid a year? No. No. Unless, yes, I do know they put them on sale sometimes, but for them to be constantly on sale, no. I mean, understandable. I mean, that's the old argument that why are digital games on the PSN as expensive as their physical counterpart? In America, anyway, because in the US, you pay $60 for a digital game or $60 for a physical game. Now, here with us in the UK, you get £49.99 for a game digitally, or you go to Amazon and you get it for £45.99, or you get it for £39.99. You get a physical copy, sometimes some extra tat in the box, and it's cheaper, and in a way you actually get more. Yes, fair enough, it still has to patch and so on and so forth, but you have a physical item that costs less money, and that's what really pisses me off with a lot of digital games.
But if you look at the PSN stores, most games are nearly 60 quid.
Some of the games, what annoys me is when you see games that are like 2 to 3 years old that are still the launch price.
Yeah, and it's like I went to get an RPG on the PS4, so I thought, well, it's about 3-4 year old now, and so I thought it would be great. Get on the PSN store, it'd be your cheapest chips. Nah, it was 50 quid. I'm like, nope, I'm going to my mate's local game shop.
What game was that?
Oh, I'll tell you, I can't pronounce it.
Oh, the
Altea series.
Oh, the Altea series.
Yeah.
Those you can get on Amazon and eBay now for like 20 quid.
Yeah, I went to a mate's game shop. I got all of them on the PS4 for about 40 quid.
Fair enough. Rarer games, understandable. They still cost money. If a game like, say, a rare RPG that didn't sell for a lot of money, yeah, granted that may cost a bit more. But why should a game that's come out, like, in saying that, mate, it's weird because you can go through Steam and find games that are still really expensive, and it's like, why the hell are they so expensive when you get them for like £2 somewhere else? But if you notice now, this actually kind of makes a good beeline for that, because you can go onto Amazon 2 weeks after a game like Odyssey launches, and you can pick the damn thing up for $25.99.
Yeah.
And like you say, on the PSN store, it's still $45.99, and it's like, games don't hold value anymore. Yet for some reason, digitally, they do.
Yeah, because they can sell them whatever they like, and
I
there's nothing
mean,
you can do about it.
I suppose. I mean, is it really worth the privilege paying double the price? By privilege, I mean you don't have to wait for it to be delivered to your house, or you don't have to go out the house to pick up the game. Is it really worth paying double the price of a game just to have that privilege? No.
It's
I'd
like
rather wait a
Assassin's
few
Creed
days.
Odyssey and like WWE 2K19 and Forza. You have to buy like the nearly £80 to £100 editions just to get the bit of it.
That's the latest ploy by game developers, and I think it's fucking scummy as shit.
Yep.
Making you
Why
pay.
should you have to pay?
Yeah, but the problem is when you pay early for a game, you just look like a fucking spanner, because your mates, they're like, oh, I've got the game on Wednesday. I paid £80 for my game. And then on Friday, you go, I'm playing the same fucking game as you, you daft cunt, and it only cost me 45. So, well, wow, you got 3 days ahead of me. Good for you.
It's like I've saw people on Twitter saying, "Oh, well, I bought the Ultimate Edition for $100," and you're like, "Really? It's just to play the game 4 days early?"
They do shove some extra tat in there to make sure you've actually got something worth. The incentive to get it, because making it early. I mean, if the standard version came earlier, fine. But then again, it's the whole pre-order thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember when Uncharted 4, a lorry got hijacked and robbed
God,
on
yeah.
Uncharted 4 copies, and they all got all over eBay and that.
Yep, and people were selling them for like £1,000.
Yep, and it's like a week before launch, and you're like, no way am I going to pay that.
There's a YouTuber called Spawnwave, and he did an article midweek saying that somebody had found a copy of Super Mario, the new Mario Party. Sorry. Now, it was broke. It was like literally the cartridge was found on the floor. This guy put pictures on Reddit and things, and it had all been bent out of shape. Like, he said it was still playable, and he put it on eBay, and the bid was like up to $800 fucking dollars. And it's like, are you really gonna pay that to play it like 2 weeks early or a week early?
Yeah.
It's like, you're insane. You are absolutely insane.
They have more money than sense.
Yeah.
What do you think about Microsoft being the only platform now to make you pay to play free-to-play games?
Oh, oh yeah. It's a dinosaur thing that needs to die. It needs to go away.
And when I see people saying, "Oh well, Microsoft should make people pay," I'm like, really?
In my personal opinion, I think, as with most people, I know a lot of people just accept it, but I personally think that it's about time that they did some sort of PS3 type of paid online on console again, where you can pay for it to get games. So make it, I don't know, make it $70 a year, but make sure you get your games every month, but make multiplayer free, because people will subscribe just for the free games.
Yeah.
Get rid of the fucking paywall. It's an arcade. I mean, I've told you, mate. I play most my primary platform has been PC for years now, but I don't have to buy a game and think about playing it online without paying.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to keep an active subscription on console, but let's face it, some months the games are absolute dog shit. We got what was that game that was last month? Not last month, the month before. Was it that Dead by Daylight? That game was shit.
No, it was glitchy to hell.
And this month is Friday the 13th. Well, the servers are going down for that game soon. Well, not the servers are going, but the game isn't going to get any more patches because the license has expired. if Friday the 13th license expire. So you
Which
get
we should actually try that, you know.
We'll have to. We'll give it a go, but it's a lot more polished than that Dead by Daylight.
I'm hoping so because we could barely play Dead by Daylight.
Oh god, I ended up crying. I spent what 20 minutes sitting in a fucking cupboard waiting for some cunt to come find me. Like, yippee, this is fun. But yeah, I think they need to do a service. I mean, you're talking the company would have to take a gamble on losing a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's just pocket money. And Microsoft, being the first company to do it, they've had a lion's share of profit for what 10 years now on Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you might lose a bit of that profit, but if you make the games good, you may actually get more people actually paying for it in the long run.
Yeah, but it's like when my twin daughters get old enough, and if they want to get consoles, and if they just want to play like free to play games with their friends, why I shouldn't have to go out and like buy and like pay for Xbox Live.
Yeah, true.
To just for them to game with friends. If not all games are still not cross-play, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, actually, you're correct. The free-to-play game should be free-to-play. End of story. Like,
yeah,
because it's just free. It's free to play, and it's not free to play when you have a paywall.
Yeah, so basically you got to pay Microsoft at the minute to play these games, even though it doesn't cost you anything to actually play these games on other platforms.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people telling people that, well, it's using Xbox servers, and it's like, no, it's not. Fortnite's using Epic servers.
Yeah.
We already know this. It's the games are hosted on their servers.
I think that's one of the only reasons why Sony would say yes to crossplay, is if they don't, because they will not let their users have an Xbox Live account to be counted as an Xbox active user, if you know what I mean.
Yep. You see,
like Nintendo's is.
See, no matter how much light you pay into a specific company, and there's ups and downs with every single one of these companies.
Yep.
I mean, look at Nintendo's. The Switch was good in the beginning. Then it got. Then people criticised it for ports. Now it's full of indie games. The store is becoming. If they don't police that store soon, it's going to become as bad as Steam is. And well, the online is pretty piss poor. Not all games are covered by cloud storage. You know, from companies that have been doing this 5 years ago.
On the Nintendo Switch Online thing, if you don't have a what's it called, online account or a subscription, you can't use cloud saves.
Yeah, true. That's a point.
Same with a PlayStation Plus. Without PlayStation Plus, you can't use cloud saves.
Yeah, but don't forget the PlayStation. Yes, please, love the PlayStation and the Xbox. I believe cloud saves are free even if you don't have gold. And on the PlayStation, you do actually have a way to get your saves off with a USB. The Switch has no way to get saves off without paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't be a hard concept just to plug a fucking USB thumb drive into the dock.
No, but but online for Nintendo's a bad move because they haven't got the games. They need the games to actually make the service profitable for themselves, and
they do. They have enough that people will buy them. They have enough games. I mean, Mario Party, for fuck's sake. And that although that's not actually got online play, which is a bit weird. It's got online scoreboards. But you forget that a lot of Nintendo online games like Mario Tennis Aces, I mean, a game like Mario Kart will have legs till the end of the generation because it's one of those games that you can just pick up and have a couple of races on. Splatoon is a game that will just keep going and going and going and going and going till Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be amazed if there's still people playing Splatoon 1 if the servers are still on for the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Nintendo keeps away from microtransactions, they'll always have excuse me, they'll always have a leg up over everybody else. Like, well, we don't have microtransactions in our games.
No, it's like with GT Sport has microtransactions in now.
Oh yeah, but every Grand Theft, all the GTAs on the PS3 did.
No, Grand Theft Auto is Gran Turismo.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. Oh, what did you just say then?
I said GT Sport has microtransactions in, not Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, the Gran Turismo games on the PS3, you could buy the cars as well. But yeah, they said they weren't going to put it in. I know.
Yeah,
but
and then they put it in, but
why would you want to believe it? You should never, you should never believe these devs. If the game sells enough, then they won't need to do it. But if you see money, if you see money, you take money.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when it's like, ever seen on Twitter, any place of social media, get these guys that scream, "Oh well, if we want these games on our platform or these games,"
yeah,
and when they come, it's like they don't support them.
Yeah,
it's like now Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox. It's like something hallelujah.
What
coming to Xbox?
Oh, Final Fantasy 7.
All of them nearly, apart from it.
Oh, well, I remember someone trying to tell me that Final Fantasy 7 was exclusive to the PlayStation, which is a lie because it was on the PC as well. So it's not an exclusive.
Yeah. Was it exclusive to the PlayStation 1 though?
I will tell you.
I'm sure it might have been exclusive to that console. That's one of the first games that I actually enjoyed.
Oh yeah, when it was the first game ever to come out on the PS4, PS fucking hell, man, on the PS3. I'll get there eventually. It was the first console for it to release on was the PS1, yeah, because they couldn't get it on the cartridges for the N64, could they?
No.
So, but I'm trying to find out when it actually released on the PC, how many years of exclusivity it had to PlayStation.
Come on, you old man. Come on.
It was the definitive game for the PS. I remember a lot of my friends picked up a PS1 just for it.
Yep. Oh God! After playing Final Fantasy 7, I got 8, 9.
Oh, 8.
I just loved Final Fantasy 7 after playing. Sorry, Final Fantasy after playing number 7.
I actually can't tell you, to be honest. I actually can't find a concrete release date for it on the PC. No, it was released the 31st of January 1997, and the Western version came out on October 2nd. And the actual PC version,
came out in 1998.
So it came out a year after.
Yeah.
So it's.
No, sorry, it came, and then but didn't it? That was only in like Europe and North America. It didn't come out until 2013 on Windows platform for Japan.
Flipping heck, there you go then. It came out Western. It came out in the West in 2013, according to Steam.
Yeah, so if you're looking at a console, so it's been console. If you get all this crappy talk about launch exclusives, console exclusives, there's a console exclusive to PlayStation from 1997 till 2015. Sorry, 2019. Sorry, because it's only coming this year. Sorry, next year is when it's going to go on Switch and Xbox.
Yeah, well, it's been on mobile as well. Don't forget. Oh no, you have to. Sorry, that's through emulation, innit? I'm thinking of emulators on mobile. That's not exactly legit. I don't know why people argue about that, because
it's like at E3 when you saw a launch exclusive, you're like, it's a tag exclusive.
That was the Xbox, wasn't it? That console. The way they
use
that console.
Exclusive, console exclusive. You're like, why can't you just say it's just exclusive to Xbox for this amount of time?
It's marketing, in it. You don't want to. You need to entice. Like the Rise of the Tomb Raider was the funniest one. They said it will never come out on any other platform. So it basically made someone like me think, fucking hell, I'm going to have to go and buy an Xbox to play the game, because I wanted to play the game. And obviously, because so many people, I don't know if the exclusivity in like embargo, not to talk about it, may have actually been affected by the physical, like the total sales, because
once it came out and it didn't break like 2-3 million that Square expected, they probably went, right, we're going to tell people it's coming to PC in 4 months, 3 months, and then PlayStation a year after. That's probably why.
Yeah,
but I could honestly say if it had sold well, say at Christmas on Xbox, it had shifted about 4 or 5 million copies. I guarantee you, we probably wouldn't have seen it till a lot later on PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, it's what's this?
You forget
it's
Microsoft. You forget these companies pay a lot of money for exclusivity. They pay a hell of a lot of money to get marketing rights to games.
Yeah, it's like the One X. It's a really good console. It's just come out, and now you get the same people who keep cheering cheerleading for the One X, screaming about that they think Xbox is gonna it's gonna reveal the new Scarlet at this November event. I'm like,
Be blowing your own fucking legs off.
After a year, just a year after the One X is released, you're gonna announce your next gen console.
Well, Microsoft is not going to do that because look at what happened to the S sales between the E3 and the launch of the X. Their sales went down and down and down because people knew that the X was coming out and they thought, well, I don't need to buy an S, I'll wait for the X.
Mm-hmm.
And people did, and the sales went down and down and down, and then suddenly they picked up again. So you announced to say, oh, the next Xbox is coming out in 2019, holiday 2019. You might as well take a fucking axe to your sales for Christmas. Because people are just going to go, well, I don't need to buy that because the next system's coming out next year. If I want an Xbox, I'll just go and buy one used. Go on eBay. Go to CEX or whatever the hell your local retailer's called where you get discounted stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this up because we've been on now for an hour and a half. An hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 40 minutes if you talk about when we're talking to our fucking selves.
Yeah, we're old, mate. It was your senile. You got a bit senile when you said
we said we were gonna do a test stream first, and we did, but I just forgot to make it private. To make it public. So my bad. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. I've been messing around with Twitch. I've been setting up a Twitch account for the past 3 hours today. So
yeah. So when do you want to do this again?
Another 2 weeks. Give plenty of shit time to come down the chute so we can pick through it.
True, and hopefully you don't get lost in the shade.
Well, it's all set up this now, so I won't have to do all this crap again next time. It's all set up now. I've got it all set up. I've never.
That. Come on, you say that.
Well, everything has got its own dedicated little place now. I won't need to change it again, unless I have to reinstall Windows next week, and then it all goes down the shitter. So there you go. All right, well, let's call it a wrap then.
And thank you for listening to all the fans.
Yeah, thanks very much for all those that joined us, and we hopefully will see you again. Thank you very much, and goodbye now. And I press this button, and we're done.